Hello, beautiful people. April Mack here, coming to you live. I'm here to talk about my latest upcoming program, which is very, very exciting. I'm just gonna, I've got a new tripod and light here, so let me just get this sorted before we start. Sorry, should have had that done, shouldn't I? Hello to anyone watching, and if you're watching on a replay, then hashtag replay so I know you was here. And to stay, you can hashtag replay or hashtag I was here. So thanks for watching. Anyone coming on live, I might just wait 1 or 2 moments more before we get started. And what I don't normally come on and just talk about a course or a program that I'm offering. Normally I come in and talk about something that's on my chest, and then I might mention something I'm offering at the end. But this one is so big and so exciting that I thought to do it any justice, I've got to come on here and talk about it, because it's like nothing I've ever offered before. It's a whole new level for me, and I'm nervous about it, but at the same time I'm just so excited. So that's why I'm dedicating a special live just to talk about the program. And then what I'll be doing as part of the launch, so it doesn't start until 5th of October, so it's about a month away. And in that time, I'm going to be offering free masterclasses here on my page, all about leadership. So the program's all about leadership. And so I want to offer free masterclasses in the lead up to it, just so that people who aren't sure if it's for them or not, or people who've never worked with me get a bit of a taste for how it is to work with me and the kinds of things that we do. So, at this stage, I'm just, sharing some of the details, some of the high level details. And then throughout the month, you'll get to learn more about what it is and whether it's of interest. So, hopefully, I know there's already people asking about it, and all I did was I've put up 1 or 2 posts just saying it's coming. And some people are saying, tell me more, because I think the energy behind it is quite intense. So it's very exciting. So I've kind of been thinking, how will I get on here and talk about it? What's going to make sense to people? How can I do it justice? So bear with me if I, go a little bit all over the place, because it's all just coming through. And I'm trying to figure out what's the best way to explain it all in a way that makes sense to people. So just bear with me. And some of you will know me, some of you don't. So I'm going to do a quick intro now for those who have never really come across me before, because I've got some new peeps joining all the time. And so I'll give you a bit of background about me, and then towards the end, or as we go, I'll share more details about the course. So I'm just going to check here just the way I usually operate. Hi to anyone watching. Is I won't necessarily address comments as I go. I'll talk. I kind of get, a little bit involved in the discussion, but please feel free to leave comments as we go, and I'll come back to them before the end. And if I run out of time, then I will do that afterwards. I'll go back through the comments and reply to each one individually. So please, I love to have a conversation. So feel free to ask questions as we go. And just let me know if it resonates. So I've got my cup of tea. I hope you've got a drink or a cup of tea or something there too. Just bear with me a moment while I slurp on my tea. And I'll put that to the side and we'll get started. So for those who don't know me, I'm April Mack. I'm a business coach and mentor. And when I started my business just a few years ago, I kind of got a bit off track, and it was a bit out of alignment with who I truly am as a person. And I kind of did things. This is why I'm so passionate about this new program, because I'm going to teach everything that I wish I had known when I started. And so hopefully I'm going to fast track a lot of people so that they don't go down the winding paths that I went down. So I've kind of learnt the hard way so that you don't have to. So when I started my business, I got off track. I was, doing it in the old style way that I thought was the right way, which was very old school marketing style of way of doing things, and using lots of automated technology, which actually put me quite far apart from the people that I was here to serve. And it took me quite a number of years to unravel all that, and then show up as an authentic leader, leading from my heart, leading from the divine. So I have a very strong connection with the divine, and I talk about it in everything I do now. When I first started out, that would have, freaked me right out to even mention such a thing, because I would have been worried about who I would scare off. Whereas now I realize, by me sharing authentically who I am, what my beliefs are, what I stand for, then I'm attracting the people who are comfortable with that, and they're the people that I want to work with. And so what I teach and what I share is how you can do the same, how you can lead. You don't have to believe in the divine or anything like that, but you can lead authentically. You can be who you truly are and show up as who you truly are. And actually, your business will do so much better if you're able to do that. And interestingly enough, being who we are, showing up as our most truest self, is often really hard. It's not the easiest thing to do, because we have these layers that we've learnt to put up in front of us, in front of ourselves, so that, people see a professional facade, or, we think that we have to look a particular way in order to attract certain people. But what I have found to be the truth is, the more real we are, the more ourselves we are, the better. And that's, a lot of what I teach and share. And so I will go into a little bit of detail as well around how I teach and share, like what that kind of looks like, what working with me looks like. Some of you watching have already worked with me, so you kind of know already. But yeah, it's not the norm, it's not, I called this program Shine, a leadership program like no other, because I believe there is probably no other program out there like it. What I do is bring the combination of all the stuff I've learned in the corporate space, so over 2 decades worth of leading in the corporate space, together with a real spiritual feminine side, where I've learnt to live in flow, trust the divine, trust my intuition. I bring those 2 things together, and together as a background as a trainer, I'm able to share the practical side of things, like those skills that you need to have, the know-how, like the writing, how to facilitate groups, how to, structure your public speaking, notes, and how to present yourself in all of those realms. But then this beautiful feminine energy, how to work with that so that your business no longer is like pushing shit uphill, right? Because that's how I used to do it, right? I used to have to work my ass off and, do everything like in a very masculine way, very structured, like I used to in the corporate world. I used to do that in my own business, and it was hard. It was so hard. And now, through having some coaching with a beautiful coach, Carly Marie is my coach, and also doing my own personal development work, I've unlocked a whole lot of keys that make it so easy. And the time that I now spend on my business has reduced dramatically. The impact that I'm having is just going up and up and up. Anyone who knows me, who's been following my progress, they're seeing it. I don't do any paid ads, nothing paid. My costs for my business are so low. And yeah, I'm having this massive impact. So that's what I want to teach. That's what I want to share. That's what I'm going to impart through this program. And the other thing I want to talk about is how I do that. It's not just me telling you do this, do that, or here's some skills. There is, and those who kind of believe in more than just this physical plane that we're all in, there is an energetic transfer that goes on. And so just by being in a contained space with me and a bunch of other like-minded people, the energetic transfer that goes on and the upgrade that you get energetically is through the roof. And again, you really have to experience it to understand it. Or you may have experienced it with other teachers. But people who've worked with me, some of the people watching probably know what I'm talking about. So it's more than just the knowledge. You're going to get the knowledge, the practical skills that you can go and implement. The way that it's being structured is it's going to be a small group of people. It's not going to be massive. Small, so that I can get to know each and every one of you and your businesses. I can have a look at what you're doing and give you, direct advice on what to tweak, how to change it. So I've never done anything like this before with a group. I do that in my one-on-one coaching. So this is it's really a program where I'm teaching skills, energetic transfers going on, and I'm working with you as individuals and as a group. There's coaching that's going to go on in the group. We're going to get together. I've worked it out. It goes over 13 weeks. And we get together 3 times a week for at least an hour per session. So there's over 42 contact hours with me. Some of those contact hours will be one-on-one and some will be in the group. And honestly, the stuff that goes on in groups is phenomenal. Like the shifts and the wisdom of the group is what you get, and what one person's struggling with usually happens for everyone. So everyone just grows in beautiful ways. I've got a couple of groups that I run and they're amazing. They're absolutely amazing. And I'm sure anyone in those groups will attest to how quickly they grow because of the group dynamic, as well as, that energetic exchange that I'm talking about. Hopefully this is all making sense. I'm ignoring your comments for now, but please do feel free to leave them and I will come back to them. It's just that I like to, for it to download and out it comes, and then I can come back, take a breath and go through those. So let's have a look here. I've got notes. Sorry, I'm looking down because I've got notes, because what happens is all the information comes in. I have a connection with the divine. It comes in, it comes out, and then I don't know where I am or what I've even said. So I'm just going to check my notes and see where we're at. So I've talked about my background a bit. If you want more information about my background in the corporate space or anything like that, just let me know. I used to work for Deloitte, for IBM. I've been a manager, a leader. I've really been a leader since I was 18 years of age, and I'm now nearly 48. So it's a long time. What I've created online is a profitable business where I don't have to work too hard, don't have to work too many hours. I work under 30 hours a week, and it feels so easy and it feels beautiful. And that's what I want for the people who come into this program. I want you to walk away with the skills, the energy, the knowledge of how to create that in your business. It is predominantly for people who are wanting to have an impact online, but it wouldn't be, if you weren't doing stuff online, then it's possible it could help, but we'd probably need to talk about it first. And what I will say right now is anyone who this is resonating for or who's interested in it, I'd love you to just PM me, personal message me here on Facebook, and let me know that you're interested so that we can take it to the next level. I can send you more details and we can have a bit of a chat about it. Because of the nature of the program, it's we're working so intensely together for 13 weeks. It's not going to be for everyone. I know that. There's just going to be some people who can't take that on right now. And B, because we're working so closely together, we have to be a match. So it's really important to me that we, get to know each other a little bit. So some of the people, if I already know you, it's a done deal. But if I don't know you, let's have a chat and figure out if we're a match, because you've got to really want to spend 42 plus hours with me and vice versa. We've got to know that we're aligned. So if this is all resonating, just send me a PM and I'll be in touch and we'll have a bit of a chat. I mentioned before, I'm just checking my notes again, everything I do is divinely inspired. So this course, this program, I should call it a program, it's a program. It is not mine. It came to me, and it's been coming to me for a while. It's been downloading, and when it first came in, I did actually kind of go, what the hell? Do I really have to do that? Am I really going to do that? That's really intense. You know, that's a lot of time for me and for the people who want to sign in. And it's a significant investment for people. The price point is much higher than most of my standard offerings. And so when it came in, because all my prices just come in from the divine, and I have a process for checking them. They feel right. This one came in and I was like, really? It's that? Okay, right. Well, let me think about that. And I've kind of danced around with it for a couple of weeks now. But I honestly believe, and this is what I teach and share as well, is that our ideas are divinely inspired. We don't own them. And it's our duty to kind of carry them out. And so my view is that if a handful of people purchase this, great. If it ends up being, I'm capping it at 12 so that it can manage it. If we get 12, great. Whatever it is, it's up to the divine. It's not up to me. So we'll see. We shall see. And I'm very excited to see how it's going to go. Actually, just on that, like if you've been following me, I've had a divine inspiration for a book come in recently, and I was like, really? I've got to write a book now as well as launching this? Come on! But I do trust that all the resources that I need to do what I'm here to do will be given to me. And that is always the case. As long as I surrender to it and trust in it, that's what unfolds every time. So again, that's more of what I teach. I did have a note here to say to some of you that some of you probably aren't aware that you're a leader or that you want to be a leader. But anyone who's attracted to the work that I do, it's been my guidance to let you know that you are here to lead others. And most of the people that are attracted to my work do have that sense of having a calling, that they're here to serve others. Some have stepped up to it, and some are still working their way towards it. Some are still grappling with the idea that they are a leader and that has been bestowed upon them, and, do they have what it takes? And I know 100%, again, the guidance that I receive is that if you are interested in what I teach or working with me, then you are a leader and you're here to lead. And it's my job to help you understand that, not only understand it, but step into that more fully. And I take my job very seriously, and I will walk beside you every single step of the way to getting you to that point where that feels okay and it feels right. The tagline for this program that just keeps hitting me over the head over and over is be seen, be heard, be known. So this is not for everyone. This is for the people who are ready to take things to the level where they're ready for that, to be seen, to be heard, to be known on a grand scale, probably. If you're going to invest that amount of time and, energy into something, then you want to be wanting that and ready for that. And if you don't feel ready, then, we can talk and you can say maybe it's not the right time for you. Or if you're just feeling like a big yes to this, we can still talk. You might just need something to understand it better to get you across the line. But I will let you know as well, I'm not pushy. I do not sell to people. I offer my programs as gifts to the world, to those who need it, because that's how it comes into me. And if one person buys it, then great. And if 10, 12, 15, 20, whatever, not this program, it's capped, but it's whatever number it needs to be. And I'm totally fine with that. So it's never a push from me. It's if you feel called, then you get to do it. And if not, that's totally fine. So let me check my notes again. I've talked about energetic. I've talked about the way I work, so we've covered all that. I've talked about it. It's an intense immersion. It's 13 weeks, 3 sessions a week, group coaching, one-on-one coaching as well. And basically what came to me when this program came through, it was, April, teach them everything. Teach them everything you've learned. So I've got the job of, in 13 weeks, teaching you every fucking thing that I've learned and unlearned, that's going to help you do what you're here to do. So it'll be a challenge, but I'm up for it, and hopefully some of you are as well. So I've already outlined what the content will be. So I'm not going to go through it here. I mean, it's everything, right? It's everything about leading online, being seen, being heard, being known, all the things you have to do, writing, how to write with impact, how to make sure, you know, you're able to hold the space for the groups of people that you're here to serve. How can you facilitate those groups in a way that feels magical for them, that they feel held, you know, all of that stuff, everything. Apparently, I'm going to teach you everything. So that's the kind of stuff that we'll be going through. Let me have a look. Any other notes that I need to let you know? Not really. Like, it is next level for a lot of people. It's certainly next level for me, but I'm so up for it, and I know that I'm ready to deliver this. I wouldn't have been given the idea to do it if I wasn't. And I do offer, just in case anyone hasn't worked with me before and they get into it and they're like, I'm not sure, you've got 2 weeks, full money back guarantee. If in the first 2 weeks you go, yeah, it's not for me, then that's fine. Totally fine. Full, you know, no questions asked. So that's what I do. Now I'm just going to check now for comments and see if there's anything here I need to respond to. Facebook's been a little bit funny with comments lately. I know that you can't necessarily see them all. So if I haven't seen yours and you've asked a question, I will come back to it. Excuse me. I will come back to it afterwards. So I'm seeing lots of hello. Oh yeah, there's different pictures behind me, Lindsay. That's right. That's the latest one from my hubby is an artist and he does beautiful pictures. Lara says she loves it already. So Lara, hopefully you PM me so that I can talk to you more about it, because we haven't met yet, have we? Tracy, wisdom in the group. Yes, Tracy's in one of my groups and she knows the wisdom comes through. It's certainly not all from me, that's for sure. Okay, so that's all I can see right now. 100% love being in your diva group, says Lindsay. Beautiful. All right, well, if there's any other questions, please PM me or leave them there and I'll come back to you. I think that's everything. But as I say, because of the nature of it, because we're working so intensely together, I want to make sure that we are a fit, that we can work together. I will mention, actually, something popped in. 2 weeks break over Christmas is what we will have. So it goes for 15 weeks, but it's actual 13 weeks of togetherness. That makes sense. But we'll have a little break over Christmas. So by the end of the year, we'll be almost done, but there'll be some more in January. Oh, that's one other thing I wanted to mention, that by the end, we're going to, the people who get through it will be part of, there'll be a showcase at the very end, an online live event where we get to showcase the skills learned. And so that's still kind of all coming through. I don't know exactly where it will be or what it will be, but just bearing in mind that there will be a live event at the end where you actually get to really put yourself out there and show it all to the rest of the world. So All right, well, that's all I can see for now. So if there's any comments, please leave them there or PM me. I loved being here, sharing this gift with you. I'm going to be talking about it heaps over the next 3 to 4 weeks before it starts. People who jump in early can get started almost straight away. There'll be pre-work to do. I'll be giving some of my other courses that'll be part of it. There's so much in it. It just blows my mind. So that's why it's really hard to explain it all here, but hopefully I've done enough justice to it that you get the vibe of it, that you get the energy, that you get the feeling, and those who've got it and want to know more, just let me know. All right, take care for now. Lots of love. I'll see you online soon, and look out for those free masterclasses. Bye for now.